Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Thursday, September 23rd. We have very quiet conditions across the Great Basin the next several days with high pressure building in, but in the meantime we will still have a few isolated showers and thunderstorms today over southeast Idaho and also over parts of the higher terrain of Utah, but lightning and shower coverage will be extremely isolated today with most areas seeing drier conditions. Warming temperatures are expected through the weekend with above normal temperatures before another system impacts the Great Basin going into next week. Looking at our near surface smoke forecast, mainly smoke over the southern areas of the Great Basin downwind of California wildfires and similar conditions aloft. Over the last 24 hours, we have seen a few thunderstorms across parts of Idaho and a few light showers as well. This activity again will continue to push eastward as a trough moves across the region. Great Basin fire activity was light over the last 24 hours with only a couple new small fires reported. Over the last 7 to 14 days, we've seen precipitation mainly over the northern half of the Great Basin. Some areas of southwest Idaho into northwest Nevada with our last cold front did see above normal precipitation, but for the most part, areas saw below normal precipitation with still very dry conditions along the Sierra Front and over the southern half of Nevada and parts of Utah. Currently, our fuel conditions are generally Our ERCs are generally low, below the 70th percentile. We do have a few areas up across central Idaho that are still between the 70th and 80th percentile and also over parts of Nevada into northwest Utah that have been on the drier side. We will see these ERCs climb gradually through the weekend with warmer and drier conditions. Up in Idaho where we have those higher ERCs, these ERCs are above normal for the time of year, but certainly shy of the records we were seeing earlier in the season. But again, the ERCs will continue to increase here over the next few days. Similar conditions down along the Sierra Front where some areas are still above the 90th percentile and well above normal for the time of year with the dry conditions. This is also where we still have a fuels and fire behavior advisory for the higher elevations of the Sierra Front. Looking at our satellite loop from this morning, you can see the trough of low pressure moving across Idaho, northeast Nevada, and Utah, creating some cloud cover and isolated showers and thunderstorms. So ahead of this trough is where we will see those isolated showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. But you can see the large area of high pressure off the west coast, and that will continue building eastward, bringing us warmer and drier conditions. So for today, again, limited moisture for isolated activity over the eastern half of the Great Basin with generally low significant fire potential. It will remain moderate over parts of southern and western Nevada into the Sierra Front in California, where we do have those drier conditions. Looking at relative humidity will remain below 20% across Nevada and Utah, and generally between about 20 and 30% further north across Idaho and Wyoming with some cooler temperatures today as that trough moves through. Wind gusts will generally be light to moderate. We will see those moderate winds out ahead of the trough as it moves across eastern Idaho and Utah, and also behind the trough with the wind shifting to the north this afternoon over western Utah and back into Nevada. Most wind gusts below 30 miles per hour. As we move into Friday, the ridge of high pressure builds in with warmer and drier conditions, and we will see those relative humidities decrease across Idaho into Wyoming tomorrow as that drier air works its way in. We will also see winds significantly decrease across the region with generally light winds. Going into Saturday, that high pressure continues to build eastward. We will continue to see low to moderate fire potential. And on Saturday, lower relative humidity with most areas between about 10 and 15% with just some higher humidities up in the higher terrain of Idaho and Wyoming. Wind gusts will increase a little bit as they shift more to the southwest along the Sierra Front and into parts of Idaho, most wind gusts between about 20 and 30 miles per hour. Forecast amounts of precipitation are very light today with that trough. Again, we will see very isolated activity over the eastern half of the Great Basin with much of the moisture confined to areas further south. Going into the weekend, we will start to see a little bit of moisture work its way into the Arizona Strip, possibly southeast Utah for some isolated showers and thunderstorms, but for the most part, still dry conditions. We will see winds increase a little bit more on Sunday ahead of this next cold front that will be approaching the area next week. So we will see some breezier winds in the northern areas, but otherwise dry and warm temperatures. On Monday, one last day of warm temperatures where temperatures will remain above normal, but as this trough works its way in, again, winds will be increasing going into Monday, and we again could see that moisture over parts of southeast Utah. Going into Tuesday, however, this is where our bigger change will occur on Tuesday and Wednesday as that cold front pushes into the Great Basin. We will see moisture bringing showers and thunderstorms to the northern and eastern half of the Great Basin, along with much colder temperatures. Temperatures on Tuesday and Wednesday will drop about 15 to 20 degrees from what we will see over the weekend. So definitely colder with some shower activity. Then by Wednesday, that trough swings through, so drier air moves into the western side of the Great Basin. Still generally low to moderate fire potential. We'll continue to watch the western and southern areas of Nevada and the Sierra front as those winds move in ahead of the cold front to see if that does increase fire potential. So we'll continue to monitor that going into Sunday and Monday. The 7-day total precipitation does show some precipitation across the Great Basin, mainly with that cold front early next week. However, some of this might be overdone for parts of Nevada, even parts of Utah. So we'll have to watch that moisture. The models are coming in a little bit drier than what they have been. So we'll continue to watch how much precipitation we'll actually receive. The 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us from September 30th through October 6th, shows cooler conditions and, again, shower activity, possibly over northern and eastern sides of the Great Basin, with still southern Nevada and even parts of the Sierra front on the dry side. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates.